FasCard and Flex readers typically draw power from the equipment utilizing the reader, whether directly or through a supplied power converter, depending on the machine make and model number. Some power connectivity examples include, but may not be limited to, a singular connector on the machine control board, a harness connector and branching ground wire fork, one or multiple spade connectors, or one or multiple terminal forks. Today's focus involves tapping power directly from the machine's wiring. First, you would need to locate where the source of power originates. This could be a terminal block, a series of incoming 120-volt wires, or other wiring solutions feeding power to your machine. One way to tell that the power terminal block has been located, or where the power terminal may feed to, would be where the labels L1 and L2 and/or neutral are posted. Given the diversity, this can be found in a number of possible locations. In this first example, the power terminal of this Electrolux washer is at the rear of the machine behind a secure panel. The same could be said for the Speed Queen washer extractor, as the power terminal is located on the back of the machine. Again visible are the L1, L2, and ground symbols posted. You could tap from the terminal or from inside of the machine on the L1 and L2 side of the contactor. Meanwhile, with this dryer example, the L1 and L2 sides of the contactor were tapped for easier access due to being behind the control board in front of the machine. Optionally, you can use a voltmeter to confirm voltage and continuity. Sometimes a direct ground point on a terminal block may or may not be immediately accessible to add further grounding, or may require puncturing the ground wire from a different location. Before proceeding, be sure to take the machine completely off power. With L1 and L2 found, attach a spade tap to the L1 wire and L2 or neutral wire. Whether using the terminal block itself or the L1 and L2 wires leading into the contactor, be sure to tap from a primary input power source and not a regulating component such as a low voltage transformer. From there, locate the ground lead and, depending on the machine, either secure the ground fork to where a grounding screw is located or attach a spade tap to the ground wire itself. With the 3 points of power either tapped or tapped and grounded, attach the male ends of the spade connectors to each spade tap. Remember when using a 3-spade connection to always align ground with ground. Fortunately, the L1 or hot and L2 or neutral wires are interchangeable with the power converter, thus allowing an effective connection with either wire as long as ground is properly established. The 3-pin harness will then need to be connected to the power converter, which will then feed out to the extension harness and onward to the FasCard or Flex reader itself. You can test whether the connections were correctly made by means of powering the machine, though exercising caution nonetheless. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.